Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm really excited for you to be here, so thank you for joining me. So we're going to get right into it. We are talking about what do they want to happen between you and them. This romantic person that is currently on your mind, regardless of whatever connection. You could be in a separation, you could have broken up with this person, or this could be someone brand new that you are currently connecting with. Um, or you might be in a serious connection with this person currently. So, regardless of whatever that might look like for you with this person, we are just tuning into the energy of what do they want to happen between you and them? What does that look like for them? And let's get into it. So, we're going to be using a few oracles as well, but we are going to start with the tarot decks. I have a different tarot deck for each of the readings today, and also a different gem for you to choose from. Don't forget the tarot and the oracle decks that are being used are in the description box, so please feel free to look through it in case you are curious or wondering what's in store. But without further ado, let's go over the pile selection. So for pile number one, we have this really nice sunset sodalite. So we're listening to the honking outside. In pile one, we will be using the DC Tarot for your reading today. So again, pile one, the Sunset Sodalite with the DC Tarot. This is what the DC Tarot looks like. Okay, moving on. Pile two, we have a piece of lapis lazuli. Almost matches my nails. Can see the gold speckle. So again, pile two, we have the lapis lazuli, and we will be using the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot deck. It's an OG deck of mine. All right, pile two. So the Garbage Pail Kids deck and the Lapis Lazuli for pile two. For pile three, we have this piece of calcite. Almost reminds me of a Turkish delight that I just want to eat. But it's not a Turkish delight. It is a gem. It is a calcite. And then for pile three, so we have this piece of calcite, and we are using the Beetlejuice Tarot deck for your reading today. For pile three, the Beetlejuice Tarot deck and the piece of calcite. Wow, I took my time with that, so I hope that helps. Feel free to pause. I really want you to tune in to the right energy of which pile resonates with you the most, because I have a feeling that, I just want you to be aware of any messages could come out with what they want. So I hope you are in a solid, strong mood to receive the messages, whether they're good news, bad news, regardless of your perspective on what messages are being received. I just hope that the right messages come to you at the right time. So that being said, I will meet you at your reading. Bye, guys. Hey, everyone, and welcome to your reading. So if you chose this Sunset Sodalite, and or if you chose this really cool DC Tarot deck, then this is your reading today, and thank you for being here. If you came across this, then the messages should resonate within the first few minutes of the reading. We are going to do an energy check-in with this oracle, which I really love. It's called Starry Beginnings. We're asking, what do they want to happen between you and them? The romantic person that is currently on your mind. Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. So, Spirit, what could you tell us? Thank you so much for being here today for pile one. So, what's the overall energy, this person on pile one's mind? What do they want to happen between pile one and themselves? See with your heart. This is card number 2 of the High Priestess energy is coming up with this. The time is now to hear the messages. Wow. That's interesting. We'll see what this is about. I don't want to assume that you're going to be getting a message from this person. What do they want to see happen between you and them? A lot of it could be, it also feels a little spiritual connection. There might be a connection that you guys have, even if you're not communicating right now, is a little bit of the energy that I'm getting. We also have card number 3 coming up, the Empress energy. The way is clear. Awaken to the power within you. Wow. Very powerful energy so far in your reading, Pile 1. So let's get into it. So we have the DC Tarot, which I'm really excited about. I thought it was fitting since we're going into the energy of the person that's currently on your mind. We're asking, what do they want to happen? What are their intentions? What would they like to see happen between you and them? We're going to get 4 cards. Spirit, thank you so much for being here today again. All right, let's get into your reading. So what do they want to happen between you and them? The person on Pile 1's mind, Spirit. What do they want to happen between Pile 1 and them? Okay, so we have our first card in reverse, and we have the King of Swords in reverse coming up. Now, this is what the King of Swords, I do have the booklet. I just want to make sure that we know all the characters. I thought I was really good at knowing all my characters in the DC. Deathstroke. That's an interesting character to come for King of Swords, but again, it's a little cutthroat as well. Deathstroke has earned a reputation for being a feared and respected adversary. With his shrewd mind, it's easy for him to detach from his feelings to get the job done. Ooh. So I'm getting the energy of, again, this is upright energy of detachment, someone that's really just trying to be more in their logical space. Deathstroke feels like someone that is willing to make changes quickly. Now it's coming up in reverse. What do they want to see happen between you and them? They might be a little confused. Let's see. Let's keep going. What do they want to see happen between you guys? So we have the 6 of Wands coming up, a little bit sideways, a little bit in reverse, but let's do it one more time. Does it want to be in reverse or upright, Spirit? It wants to be in reverse. So we have the 6 of Wands. Now, the 6 of Wands, look at the lightning striking this huge wand. It's like the energy of success, usually represented of someone on a horse coming into the city with fanfare, being celebrated for some sort of victory. Now, it's coming up in reverse. I'm getting the energy that this person, it's almost like a stick in the mud. They're having a hard time seeing a different perspective. They may not see success. They may want success. We're going to get some clarifiers too. What do they want to see happen between you and them? Could you tell us, Spirit? Sorry if the shuffle is loud. I'm like right under the camera. Spirit, what do they want to see happen between one of them? 3 of Wands. I'm getting the energy that they want to see some sort of fulfillment with you, a wish being fulfilled, with the stars coming through. But the 3 of Wands is giving the energy of someone yearning. And I feel like this person wants that type of happiness between you and them. What that entails, we're gonna find out. What else could you tell us, Spirit? What do they want to see happen between one and themselves? What do they want to see happen? Ooh, 2 back to back. Looks like we're getting 5. So we have the 6 of Swords an ending of some kind, someone walking away from something. And it came up with the Emperor. Now, I'm pretty sure that is Aquaman. Yeah. Look at Aquaman, the Emperor, of course. This is kind of like the Aquaman is kind of I think, you know, unless Poseidon, that's a completely different mythology, but it's giving like Poseidon vibes. Aquaman, he has the trident, the powerful person under the sea in charge of their emotions. The water represents emotion. Now we also have the Six of Swords coming out, and I'm going to keep it together just because it feels like it wants to stay together. The Aquaman is almost holding on to the trident, and it has three where this has six. Now, the energy that I'm getting is taking back some type of power. Um, this person wants to leave something behind. It could be this relationship in general, but it might be something that has come between the two of you in some way. We're going to find out what's going on. So, what do they want to see happen between you and them? The person on Pail one's mind, what do they want to see happen? Why is the King of Swords here in reverse? What do they want to see happen between them? Ooh, so two cards are coming up. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles. I'm getting the energy of someone wanting to put conflict to rest and maybe take like a novice step forward. Someone that is new to the game. This feels like a new character. I believe it's Naomi, and she's not a major DC comic, but she has her own, she's young, fresh. She's kind of like at the beginning stages of her own journey, her own superhero path. So I'm getting that energy too, that they want to resolve conflict. Five of Swords usually represents conflict. Look at how these swords are breaking up the ice, which might have once been smooth. A lot of disruption, a lot of disturbances, but the sun is in the background, and I feel like this person wants to blast through this energy. They want to, but they're a little confused about it. I feel like with the King of Swords coming up in reverse, they're not really sure they're not really sure how to resolve this conflict in a logical way. They're coming up as the Pentacles. The Pentacles energy is very grounded energy. It's earth. Page could be any of the earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. But we also have air energy coming up with the King in reverse. It's giving a little bit of Gemini with a little bit of grounded energy too with Taurus. So a lot of Taurus energy, air energy. So let's see, Spirit. Why is let's remember what this is. Six of Wands. Why is it a reverse here? What do they want to see happen between you and them? What does Pail One's person want to see happen between them? Ace of Wands in reverse. Wands energy right now. They may want to bring back the passion. I feel like their spark, their creative spark, their insight of how to move forward is a little bit squashed or sedated in some way. Again, the idea of being stuck in the mud. The imagery I got from this first card, the Six of Wands, with this long sword being stuck in the energy of thunder. And look at the same exact imagery. This person, might be quelling their passion too. But I think what they want to see happening is some sort of creative divine spark, something that kind of almost like a jump start to your car. I feel like that's what they're needing because they are yearning for you. They do want to come in And they're coming in as a novice, though, with this page as a beginner, because I feel like they're unclear of how to come in. Now, I'm not getting, and again, the bottom of the deck energy, the way is clear. So I feel like the energy that they're trying to gain is clarity. Why is the Three of Wands here? What do they want to see happen? What does Pile 1's person want? What do they want to see happen between Pile 1 and themselves? What do they want to see happen, Spirit? Let's give it one more shuffle. This card is pretty. Let's see. Spirit, what do they want to see happen? Wow. 2 aces back to back. Now, this is the Ace of Cups coming up. So this is, now we have some water energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We're headed into Cancer season as well. They may, time sensitive. This could be the energy of them wanting to offer you something new, or I would say a beginning. This is a love offer. It's coming up as like the fountain. And, with Cancer season coming around the corner, and again, Ace of Cups could be any of the water signs. So take it as it resonates as far as timing, but, I'm getting the energy of within the month. But right now, they're kind of, I'm getting that they haven't maybe moved in your direction yet. They're trying to figure it out. But I feel like also they're getting a little confused because they're feeling emotions in which they might not be comfortable, or they might not be the type of person that is used to feeling these type of emotions, which could be making them anxious. It could be causing them to think like worst case scenario. I'm getting the energy of. So this card just wanted to flip out. Knight of Swords in reverse. They might be the energy of them wanting more information. The time is now to hear the messages. I'm getting the energy of these messages could be, in the 5D spiritual world, just because the 2 is giving the High Priestess vibe, which could also be Pisces energy, Cups energy, water sign, see with your heart, but the energy also of communication. So with the Knight of Swords coming up in reverse, just as a random card that fell out, and we will get your last cards. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink, which is coffee. So the Emperor and the 6 of Swords, what are they walking away from? What are they walking toward? They could be walking towards something too. Let's see. Why? And then it's coming with the Emperor, which is Aries energy, card number 4. And if we're looking at card number 3 as the Empress, that could be a divine counterpart. Oh man, I had to pause. I had to sneeze. I'm having allergies right now. So excuse me if I sound a little stuffed up, but I'm actually very functional. It's been quite the week, to be honest. But I'm so happy to be doing this reading for you. I feel very aligned. So let's get our last card. So 6 of Swords with the Emperor Spirit. Why? What do they want to see happen between you and them? For Pile 1. What do they want to see happen? Queen of Swords. Wow. So a Swords wanted to come up in reverse. It's getting the energy of someone. I wanted to say eavesdrop, but almost the energy of someone looking behind the curtains. They might be, I'm going to be honest, they might be looking. I'm getting the energy of someone. I don't want to say stalking. That's such a harsh word. And scary too, like yuck, it's yucky, but it's someone, but that's not the energy I'm getting. It's almost like someone just trying to be vigilant because they don't want to make a mistake, and I think that's where they're trying to gain their clarity. Okay. I want to see, what character is this? Queen of Swords. Katana. The Queen of Swords may have a sharp edge, but she is a trustworthy, honest, and practical leader. Katana wields her blade honorably. I was going to say, that sounds like a katana blade. She's named after a blade. And she embodies this queen with fierce independence. She's encouraging you to draw on your own resources, stand on your own 2 feet, and it's coming up in reverse. I feel like this person is trying to gain some sort of power within them. They might have taken a blow to the ego in a past experience, and they're trying to find their emperor. They're trying to get in their divine energy, because I feel like they want something really big with you to happen. I'm not yeah, I'm getting the energy of this person having strong, like really strong butterfly emotions for you. This could be someone new. You might not have history with this person. Okay. So bottom of the deck energy is Two of Swords coming up in reverse. The idea of them already having a decision. I'm getting also with the Queen of Swords coming up in reverse with the Six of Swords. They want to leave the energy behind of them being too much in their head. I feel like they may have some past residual side effects that they're trying to leave behind of them overthinking, overanalyzing, which could oftentimes, I think, for them, lead them into stuck action. I think with you, it's becoming a little bit more clear that they're having more of an emotional response when it comes to your energy, something that they've been yearning for. I don't think they've had it in a while. And, you know, see with your heart is feeling like, cups energy. They coming from a place of vulnerability. I think that is going to be their challenge, opening up to you and being in their power and feeling confident, leaving behind the energy of toxic ways. I could even see them like in their past, whether it was with you or with someone else, but the energy of them like really overthinking, overanalyzing, looking behind the scenes, looking at social media, trying to find something. One of those people that can't just go with the flow and they almost like self sabotage the connection. I'm getting the energy that this person does not want that to happen with you. They want to temper their energy, but I think that's where the confusion is, because now they need to take baby steps. They want to make sure they're getting it right when it comes to you. But I do feel like they've made a decision, because with the Ace of Cups coming up, I'm getting the energy of them really wanting to offer some sort of love, big offer. I mean, and the Ace of Cups is huge. There's a sunrise coming up in the back. It feels like a fountain. It's reminding me of like the Buckingham Fountain in Chicago, which turned on a couple of weeks ago. Like vibrant energy, uh, the dawning of a new season of, and this is time sensitive, especially depending on where you live, but summer is coming up. I think the summer solstice is on the 21st of June, which is in Cancer season. So I'm getting that energy, like this person building their esteem, leaving behind, toxic things, trying to see more clearly on what they have to do. Let's see if there's any clarifiers that we need to get. Why is the Ace of Wands with the Six of Wands here? Are they, I'm getting the energy that they're feeling really negative. Why though? Why are they overthinking it? Five of Pentacles. This feels like they may have been disappointed in the past. I'm getting the energy that someone may have disappointed them. It could be you, but I'm getting more so it might be someone unrelated to you. It might have been a serious connection that they experienced that really failed. They may have been shut out in some way. I'm getting the energy also of abandonment. They may have been ghosted, left behind, something where they were really hurt and left in the dark. And it kind of took away their zest and new romances. But I think that's kind of where their shadow is right now, where their fear is. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck energy. I want to get one more card though, but the idea of them just being really confused now because they are feeling an emotional, uh, they are feeling emotional about you. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like they want to get in their power again. They want to get in their divine. They may see you as the Queen of Pentacles, which is giving the energy of someone just. I feel like this is like, feels like an Amazon woman. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Let me look it up. Queen of Pentacles. Thank you for being patient. I really want to make sure that I do my tarot decks justice. Queen. Oh my God, I was right. Queen Hippolyta. I'm a Xena Warrior Princess fan. I would have done the Xena cry for you. Man, if there was a Xena tarot deck, let me know. I would buy it. But anyway, it reminds me of like a lot of episodes in Xena Warrior Princess. This card. It's giving the energy of Amazon, which is correct. So her name is Hippolyta. She's Queen Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. Now that's the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. Yo, I mean, I can't get more excited about it because I'm obsessed with the Amazons. You know, for those of you that know Greek mythology, and it's coming up as a superhero, you know, and she is a warrior in so many ways. She has her shield and her sword. She's a fighter. And I feel like this person wants to prove something to you, but not like coming in a passionate way. I really do feel like they have to prove something to themselves too when it comes to your energy. I'm not sure exactly. Seven of Swords. And it could very well be being honest with themselves and not sabotaging this based on their past experiences. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like they are aware of it. I feel like they are aware. We're going to get into the Oracle now, Paul. But I do feel like they are aware of what they want to leave in the dust. Old habits, overthinking. I feel like I'm also getting the energy that they might be a little jealous. There could be like moments where, and this has nothing to do with your energy. You could be the most honest, loyal person in the world, pile one. But regardless, something about this person, you know what, they don't want to be jealous. They don't want to snoop and find something. They want to give 100% trust. But I think that's hard for them. I think that is difficult for them, but what they are seeing in you is you are that person. If anyone is that person that would reciprocate that type of level of power and decency and morals and ethics into a connection, it would be you with this Queen of Pentacles coming up. It's just giving a very strong, powerful energy. And that's what they want. I feel like they want to meet you there with the Emperor. They want to get to that level of confidence so that they don't have to, you know, be in their head. They want to go in their heart. Okay, sorry. Let me concentrate. I miss doing readings. I took a few days because of my allergies and then I had some issues with my last video I uploaded, which I was really sad about. So I was mourning that. And then, of course, things going on with my kitties. My cat, specifically. He's doing good. All right. Spirit, what do they want to happen between Pal 1? What do they want to happen between Pal 1 and themselves? What is the energy with the True Love Oracle? Let's get 2. 1 or 2. Spirit, what do they want to see happening? 2 is coming out. Bottom of the deck, Gardener. They want to put in some effort. They want to put in some work. In some way, they want to cultivate something. Oh my goodness. The garden, and then we have the distorted feminine. You know, that could be their energy. You know, even if they are male. Okay, now keep that in mind. Energy, distorted feminine. You could be a man, a woman. We all have both, okay? I'm getting the energy, though, of what they're trying to leave behind, the neediness, the jealousy, them snooping, them being in their head. I feel like they really picked up some toxic habits from past experiences that they are recognizing that they can't bring into this connection with you. So I feel like, what do they want to happen? They want a healthier connection. But I think it starts with them being in their divine. Because if they're looking at you as the Amazon, they want to be the emperor. Or, man, woman, it doesn't matter. But that's the energy. They want to be in their divine, because I don't feel like they feel that they could come towards you unless they're in that energy. Okay, so they might take baby steps with the page coming up, but I do feel like they have strong emotions for you, and they are thinking about you heavily. And I feel like they notice themselves slipping into those habits again. So they might be wanting to temper it. So, as far as pacing themselves. Now we got the garden and the gardener coming up. We got connection behind that. It's giving the Two of Cups energy. The idea of someone just wanting to plant seeds, that could be where the page energy is, like the novice energies, beginning layers being planted, so that, this person doesn't have to stress. This person could relax and see the fruits of their labor, which would be you. And I do feel like, they are really trying to get grounded. I just noticed like this imagery of this angel or tree nymph that is in the roots of the tree, and both trees in the background too. Wow, I just noticed this. And even in some of the flowers, if you could see that, guys, that there's spiritual divine all around. This person is trying to cultivate that as well. Especially with see with your heart, it's time to hear the messages. They might be trying to be intuitively guided or use their intuition more so, I should say. But I am getting the energy that they are really working on wanting to, get to a better place so that they could move forward in your direction. But they have to be honest with themselves if, again, but that's what they want to see happen. What they want to see. Are they going to be able to do it? That's another reading for another day. Or feel free to look at my past readings on next actions. But I feel like currently this person really wants to see a healthier connection. They really want that. And they do see that it could happen with you. They see the potential. If it's not already there, you guys could already be talking, and in that beginning stages, you might already be in a connection. And if that's the case, you might sense this person, a little hot cold, but I think it's because they're trying to temper, so pace it as well, and just be yourself. Pile one, don't do anything, don't overthink it. Don't fall into that energy, because I think you might be already in your divine. Spirit, what else do they want to see happen between pile one and themselves? What else could you tell us? You deserve love. Aw, you are lovable. This person might be trying to heart-to-heart conversations. Wow. So this person might be really trying to, oh my goodness, unrequited love at the bottom. Yeah, I'm getting the energy that they might have really taken a big loss, their last connection, their last experience. Now, for some of you, and this could be very, very few of you, if this is someone from your past, this could have been really hard for them to heal. But I think for most of you, this could just be someone that you are starting to get to know, and you're sensing they may have a few blocks. You might feel like they have a couple of walls up. They might be not, and do you want to open the X files up? That's another thing. Are you at the stage in your connection where you could ask about their past? Do you even want to go there? That's going to be up to you, but that might be what needs to happen. Don't be afraid to have that conversation about the past, but, only if it feels right to you. But I do feel like this person is still trying to I think they've healed the past. I don't think they have any connection to this person or persons if they've gone through a series of failed experiences with people. But the idea of like you deserve love, you are lovable, I think that's what they're working on. They're working on their own feeling of success. With the Six of Wands coming up in reverse, like I feel like they are looking at themselves like a failure. I know that sounds really sad, but that's the energy I'm getting. Your person really is kind of working to build themselves out of this hole they may have dug themselves in with their own thoughts. It could just simply be them trying to figure out their own thoughts. Now, heart to heart conversations, I'm getting the energy too of, especially with this card, the time is now to hear the messages. If you and this person aren't communicating, or if you are, regardless, I feel like there's going to be more communication that's going to ground this energy. We're going to get into the last of your oracle, which we're using the divine door. But, with the unrequited love, I feel like that's also the energy this person doesn't want. They want requited love. They want something reciprocal. They want something balanced, equal, that they may not have gotten in the past, believe it or not. Now, this could also be the energy of what you're sensing from them. Like, if they're pulling back and giving you that hot cold, you might be wondering, like, are they even interested? So I think heart-to-heart conversations could mean a lot. I think if it's time to be a little bit more intimate with your conversations, then don't be afraid of that. If that's the type of connection you want with someone, you can't be afraid to open up that door. So I feel like that's what this person wants. They want a little bit more of a deeper conversation, maybe. But I do feel like they want a healthy connection for sure. Divine Guardian, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Wow. They have hope. I feel like they are working with the divine. I do feel like they're figuring out some sort of they're having some sort of ritual. It could be meditative. They are hermiting a little bit when they are doing this ritual. And I feel like that's when they're trying to be connected with spirit. They're really trying to connect with spirit and open up their crown chakra is the energy I'm getting. So that they could be closer to you. Heart healing. Oh. Mourning as an MOURN now has had its time. Wow. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. This is exactly the energy. You are the light at the end of a dark time. They may be getting out of this end of a cycle. I'm getting the energy that they are going through change or transformation with their own inner being. And I feel like, that's what they are recognizing with you. A moment's joy at the bottom of the deck. This is what the door looks like. Oh my God, look at how beautiful that is. Yeah, I do feel like they're being led in your direction. And they are really trying to connect with their own heart space, their own crown chakra, their own heart space. They're trying to be led with their heart as opposed to be led with their mind, because their mind has betrayed them in the past. And they're healing from that. Whatever that is, I wish them the best, because again, I feel like that's might be where the block is, but I do feel like they really do want and see a healthy connection with you, but they might want to take it slowly with the Pentacles energy, because they might still be in a little bit of distorted energy right now. So keep that in mind, Pile 1, as you're navigating this, okay? That being said, I hope this made sense. I hope it resonated, and I hope I see you again. Bye, guys. Hey, Pile 2. Welcome to a reading. So if you chose this lapis lazuli, and or if you chose this, my favorite OG deck, the Garbage Pail Kids, then this is your reading. Before we get into the tarot, though, I wanted to pull one quick oracle. We're asking today, what do they want to happen between you and them, the person currently on your mind. What do they want to happen? So I wanted to get an overall energy of what that is. Remember, this is a timeless reading as well. Let's cut the deck again for you. Pile 2. Oh, I'm excited to be here with you today, Pile 2. All right. The person on Pile 2's mind, Spirit. What is overall energy? What do they want to see happen between them? What energy can we get, Spirit? This card, man. You are here for a purpose. It's card number 20, which could represent judgment, Libra energy. Learning, realizing what matters to you. You are here for a purpose, judgment. I'm getting the energy of this person having a new perspective and making some type of decision when it comes to you. Bottom of the deck energy, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love, card number 41. Let's see what that's about. All right. So I'm also, every time I pull this card, you are here for a purpose. This person could also think and believe that the connection between you and them was meant to be. Lessons may have needed to be learned that they may not have been able to learn if it weren't for this connection type of energy I am getting. Okay, let's do it. One more shuffle. It's such an old deck. It's an OG, not only because it's the Garbage Pail Kids, and it's like the coolest deck ever, but I used to have a couple of posters of the Garbage Pail Kids. I remember that when I was really, really young. One of them was I forget what his name is, but the Garbage Pail Kid that had all the pimples popping. It was so gross, but I was still in my bedroom as a kid. All right, let's get into your reading. I want to get serious now. Okay, thank you for being patient with me. So, Spirit, thank you so much as well for being here today for Pile 2. We are asking you today, person on Pile 2's mind, what do they want to see happen between Pile 2 and them? Oh my goodness, we got the Judgment coming up again, and it's coming up with the 7 of Wands. Okay. Now, the Judgment, once again, is a major arcana. It's card number 20. And it's Libra, weighing options, making a decision, making a judgment call on something. And they may be defensive also. 7 of Wands is like the energy of someone putting their walls up, but in this case also becoming defensive. Look at how this Garbage Pail Kid is blocking the energy of these spaceships with the wands. Now, 7 of Wands is a little bit of fire energy. It's a Leo, I believe. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. What do they want to see happen between you and them? King of Wands coming up in reverse. Let me show it to you upright. I would look up all the names of the Garbage Pail Kids, but that would waste a lot of time. But when I'm called to, I will. This looks like a lizard. King of Wands. And there usually, I believe, a lizard on the King of Wands in a classic looking deck. I'm getting this energy though. I'm wondering if there was some sort of ending to this connection, because not that is the case. We will find out. I'm sure Spirit will let us know if that is the case, but only because I'm feeling that their confidence is shook with the King of Wands coming up in reverse. A little bit like they might be in their toxic energy. Now, we also have the Knight of Pentacles coming up in reverse. They may have some financial issues that they are focusing on. It could be a lack of currency with you energetically. Let's get our last card, and then we're going to get some clarifiers. What does this person want to happen? Okay. 10 of Swords. Getting the energy that there was an ending here. Now, if this doesn't resonate, this may not be your reading. Some of you might be headed toward an ending, or this person and you may have already ended things. So what does this person want to happen between you and them? That's what we're going to get the energy of. Right now, I'm picking up that they want to make a decision on something. They want to learn the lesson that needs to be learned. But as far as what they want to happen between you and them, let's see if there's any other thing. Sorry, I didn't want to take that. Okay, Spirit, let's get some clarifiers. So we have the Judgment and the Seven of Wands. Why is this here, Spirit? What do they want to see happen between Pail 2 and them? 8 of Wands. Now that's action. It's swift action. So I feel now this could be past energy. This could be future energy of things may have ended very fast, or they may want to communicate with you in some way. Let's get a clarifier. You know what? We'll come back to this, but so far I'm getting the energy though that they want to. I'm feeling like it might be communication. They could want to communicate with you. But I think for some of you, this could also be where the ending is, and it might feel abrupt, this ending. Why is the King of Wands here, Spirit, in reverse? What do they want to see happen between Pail 2 and them? 6 of Swords, walking away, guys. At a snail's pace. This could be a very slow ending. And it could be really really tough. So with the 8 of Wands coming next to this energy, this person might want to finalize this ending. They may want to communicate something as far as an ending. Let's see. Knight of Coins in reverse, Spirit. Why is the Knight of Coins in reverse here? What could you tell us? What do they want to see happen? Nine of Swords. They're definitely in their head. So they're not taking action. They are hermiting a little bit because I do feel like they are in their head. Look at this Garbage Pail Kid is, look at the what are those worms going into even their nostril? Like all these thoughts are seeping in, especially at night, that it's making them lose their confidence. It's making them feel unstable. What do they want to see happen between you and them? The Tower in reverse. Okay. Guys, I'm going to be honest, and I'm sorry if you do not want to hear this. Some of you may already know this is happening, but if you have not been in a breakup with this person, this is what is happening. And what they want to see is they don't want this to be the biggest breakup in the world. They want it to go smoothly. They want to be at peace. They want to learn the lessons. They want to move on. They want to make sound judgment when it comes to leaving this behind. I feel like they don't want to rush things. I'm getting now the energy that they don't want to I'm not rush as far as like, I feel like they want to rush as far as leaving this and ending this, but I don't think they want to mess it up. I feel like they're coming in with with purpose. I feel like they are coming in with a peace of mind that is helping them take this aligned action, even though they know that this is going to be very difficult. I feel like they are feeling a lack of confidence. They are feeling energetically, really, I feel like they are burnt out. Like they are stuck in their head. They are mourning some sort of loss. And even just with these cards tumbling, as I was moving the energy, like their energy feels scattered. They feel a little lost. Now, I want to get clarifiers now. Bottom of the deck energy was not. I remember it being the Three of Wands in reverse before I started moving the energy, which also feels like someone that's having a hard time seeing a clear path, but wants to. Also, a person too that has made a decision on something and is going down that path, but it might be a little murky. Okay, why is the Eight of Wands here? I'm getting a few messages and a little mixed signals with this, Spirit. So could you please clarify? So we have the Judgment and the Seven of Wands, and it was clarified by the Eight of Wands. What do they want to see happen between how two and them? Knight of Cups. Let's get one more clarifier, because that to me feels like a very baby. Oh, we got two. Ace of Coins. And then in reverse, we have Page of Coins. A lot of court cards. Now, I feel like the energy of this might have started imbalanced if you and this person were in a connection and this has ended. I'm getting the energy that there was definitely one of you that came forward with such a strong wanting commitment, wanting the energy of having an emotional connection, and this person may not have given you that. Their energy might have been blocked. But I'm also getting too that this could be them wanting to move forward in a different direction. All right, let's get. Gosh, I think I want one more signifier for Eight of Wands, Spirit. Just one more, Spirit. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. So it may feel like a failed attempt with you that they are wanting to now move on from. Sorry, Nine of Coins in reverse, the energy of them wanting to manifest like independence in their life. Like I said, realizing what matters to them, what their perspective is, especially if you and this person, came to some sort of ending. And again, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. I think that's what this person is cultivating, and I hope that you are cultivating the same, as Moon comes up. Hi, baby. So, you could also feel the energy, but again, if you are still in a connection with this person, and you might be sensing this person wants to end things, or it might be mutual, or it might be past the expiration date for your connection. I've been there before. Whoa. A couple of years past the expiration date. I stayed in a connection, and then when it was time to leave, I was like done. It was like there was this one big moment, and I remember the night before just crying and praying. I'm not sure why this image is coming to me. I haven't thought about this in a while, but I feel like the energy is if you've been in in a long connection with this person, although it's not really feeling like it's too long, but the point I'm trying to make is this person is definitely in their head and mourning this, but they want to get to a better spot. And I think they do want to remain independent. They want to be in a better spot. Okay. Is there anything else, Spirit, that I don't want to miss anything. So we have the Knight of Coins and the King of Wands in reverse with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. What is this energy, Spirit? What do they want? Strength. Okay. We're going to stop here. Bottom of the deck is Two of Wands. Making a decision to walk down a different path, guys, is the energy I'm getting. Two of Wands could be Aries. Aries is very, the energy of someone that has the will to move forward. And I think that's what this person wants to do. They want to build that strength, and they want to move on. And again, if this is not what you want to hear, this is the current energy. Whether they come back around or not, I'm not sure, but this is the energy right now. They are looking at the past between you and them, and I feel like they are reflecting on it, trying to make a judgment call like what how did this happen? What went wrong? Now, if you and this person are communicating, I think that could also be what's being communicated. The failed attempts at this connection or failed attempt. Um, and it might be really hard right now if you are currently talking about this breakup or if you're currently going through it, pile two. I send really strong, beautiful energy your way, and I really do hope that you are okay and healing through this. If this is resonating for you, inner peace is coming out. Spirit, what do they want to see happen between you and them? Between pile two and them? What do they want to see happen between them and pile two? What could you tell us with the true love, Spirit? What do they want to see happen? This card, please. Self-respect. Okay. Self-discovery, self-reflection. I feel like this is them walking down that path alone and trying to figure out how to gain their own self-respect. They may have made a lot of mistakes that they are learning from. Anything else, Spirit, with this true love? Creativity. There is a couple I see, and this could be the energy of them wanting that spark in the future. It could be with you. It could be just opening it up for someone else. I'm getting the energy of Ace of Wands. So let's get one more card for that. Spirit, what else? What do they want to see happen between Pal2 and themselves? What else could you tell us, Spirit? Maturity. Wow. Growing, learning, gaining those insights, guys. So, and I see a woman like writing a letter. This could be where the communication is. Also, being spiritually guided, this also feels like an ancestor looking over this person's shoulder. So, this person could really be communicating with the support of someone in their life that is older, more mature, and wise, that they are, asking or seeking advice from. And I just want one more card, Spirit. Why is creativity out? Forgiveness. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Compatibility. Figuring out what's compatible. This person wants to maybe that's what this person is, and you might not have been the most compatible for each other in some way. That's something that they might be reflecting on. It could also be that they are reflecting on the good times that you guys have had and how at one point you were compatible. So take it if it resonates, but I feel like what they want to see happen between you and them, forgiveness. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. I think they want, depending on you, they may want a mutual resolution. They may want some closure. And I feel like that's kind of where the maturity is coming to. Now, whether this is going to lead to a second chance between the two of you, I don't know. Let's see what Romance Angels has for us, Spirit. What else could you tell us? What do they want to see happen between Pile 2 and themselves? You deserve love. This came out for Pile 1 too, but it's giving a different energy. I feel like they want something. They probably are looking at a future, a new beginning. I'm feeling with something else. They might be trying to cultivate, healing right now. You could be on the same journey, how to, but remember, we're asking what do they want between you and them, and it looks like the energy is they just want closure. Stay optimistic about your love life. Wow. They want closure and they want to heal whatever is going to block them in the future with their love life. Now, again, this could be your energy. It could be someone that is, new coming into them that they're trying to make way for, regardless of what their intention is. That might, again, I'm not predicting the future in this reading as far as what is going to happen between you and them. But what I could say is right at this moment, they are trying to heal whatever this connection was. They are trying to move forward. They are trying to gain that independence. Now, whether they're coming back around, that's energy for a different day. But I think the current energy, Pail 2, is just the energy of, and I feel like this is mutual too, is just trying to heal as far as releasing the negative energy that may have floated around at the ending of this connection, and really just trying to be optimistic about the future and heal from this. I think that is just the energy. Closure, that's what they want, guys. Okay. And I say that because it might feel abrupt, even the Eight of Wands, like even just the way I said that. It's giving the Eight of Wands, like, oh, where's the Eight of Wands? Here it is. Like the energy of this might have been a slow crawl to an ending, but then it also feels like the energy of wanting closure and abruptly just coming to that decision. So you might be going through it. So let's get some final messages from Spirit with the Divine Doors. Spirit, what can we give advice to Pail 2, especially if they're going through a breakup? Now, again, if you are still here, then my assumption is you and this person have ended things, or that is where this connection is headed. That is what this person wants to see happen, is healing, closure from this ending. So let's get some advice for you. Okay, we're going to stop at 3. A stranger's grace. Wow, you might feel like this person is now becoming a stranger, or that could be the energy of them trying to release you, where you might be that feeling of a stranger. And I get that. When I ended my long connection, and it was years, I have not spoken or heard from that person on purpose. For me, we can't be friends. Like, that is not gonna happen. So it's really out of sight, out of mind for me, which even now it's like just talking about it, it's like I don't need to. But I do it for the channel but again, this might not have been a long connection. It could have just been something that didn't really make it. Okay, it might have been a failed attempt. Let's take a look at the doors first. I see 2 brown doors, and then I see a dungeon or a wine cellar leading up. So let's see. Heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. More healing of the heart chakra, guys. With you deserve love. Stay optimistic about your love life. This could be that person's energy, but also what they want for this connection, where both of you could come to a place of a better understanding and a better inner power. Third eye raven. Wow. By your own command, you brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. It could have been divinely directed, this connection. This could have been a karmic, i.e., a person that is not meant to be the one in your life. But if that doesn't resonate with you, again, keep in mind, this is just the current energy. Energy often shifts and changes. Think of it as liquid. It's ever evolving energy. But the current energy right now is healing, gaining inner power. We also have the third eye, which reminds me of the third eye chakra, becoming more aware, highly intuitive, more focused. And it's the third eye raven. A black bird might mean something to some of you. At sunrise, as sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Oh my goodness. Prepare for the unexpected. This could be where the Eight of Wands energy is. Some of you might be receiving communication from this person, but it might be to offer closure. Okay, so that might be for the majority of you. Or this could be past energy, and it could have felt like like a messenger bird, a messenger pigeon that comes in the form of a raven that just drops this news on you. Even the caw, I'm listening to the birds outside my window, but a caw is very different. The raven speaks more abruptly, and I'm getting the Eight of Wands energy. So look at this. Kind of looks like a peacock too, but it could be, a little bit of a bird's feathers. But that being said, whoa, the energy was very strong in this reading. And I feel like whatever this connection was is meant to teach you some meaningful learned lessons. I feel like you've matured because of this. This person might be doing the same. Something about this connection has taught you both a way to something that you're going to be able to heal in your next connection, whether it's with the same person or with someone new. I feel like you're going to be healing whatever that might have been blocking your or even this person, whatever needed to be healed in your heart chakra. Generally speaking, I feel like this person might have really taught you some lessons you needed to learn. Okay. And I do feel like there's a new beginning coming to you. Now, again, whether it's with this person or not, I can't say. That's a different reading, but I do feel like you are headed toward healing energy if you're not already there. And that being said, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. Pile 2, and you will get through this if you aren't getting through it already. I feel very divine energy coming from you, Pile 2. Okay? Whoa. Let me know if this resonated or helped you in some way, and I hope to see you again, Pile 2. Bye, guys. Hey, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading today. So if you chose this piece of calcite, and or if you chose the Beetlejuice tarot deck, then this is your reading. We're actually going to get to this in just a moment. I wanted to pull a quick card from the Starry Beginnings Oracle just because we're asking, what do they want to see happen between you and them, the person currently on your mind? Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading as well. The messages should resonate right away if this is your reading. So, Spirit, thank you so much for being here with Pile 3. Could you tell us what the overall energy is of what this person on Pile 3's mind? What do they want to see happen between Pile 3 and themselves? That's 2 cards. Only wanted 1, so I'm not going to look. Please don't be upset. We're just going to get 1 card today. Spirit, what do they want to see happen between themselves and Pile 3? Jeez. They want a lot of things to happen, that's for sure. Thanks for being patient. What do they want to see happen? Okay. Time to do it differently. Whoa. It almost gave like the 7 of Cups energy with that shuffle because I feel like with this finally coming up, this is card number 22. 2 might mean something. Time to do it differently. It's almost like they have too many ways, too many options of what they want to happen between you and them. Go beyond what you have done before. Ooh. I'm getting the energy, they want to switch things up when it comes to you. Enjoy where you are. For soon you will be somewhere else. Card number 29. I'm curious if you and this person are transitioning into what your connection is transitioning into, if that makes sense. let's make sense. Let's get into the tarot. But time to do things differently. I feel like they see something different when it comes to you, a different perspective. They might see you as a divine match. Getting Aries energy for some reason. Also getting a little Libra energy with justice. Everywhere, enjoy where you are putting things into balance is the energy. Okay. Spirit, what do they want? Thank you so much for being here. Already, I'm excited to see what's going to come out for you, pile 3, with this reading. But what do they want to see? The person on pile 3's mind, what do they want to see happen between pile 3 and themselves, Spirit? What could you tell us? Oh. 8 of Wands. They want to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. This is action. This is forward action. It could be very swift. It could also signify communication in some way. What do they want to see happen between pile 3 and them, Spirit? Person on pile 3's mind. So what do we have? 6 of Swords coming in. Walking away from something and moving toward the light. Look at how the couple, I assume, walking back to their living room, walking in the underground or the underworld, back to their safe haven. So someone walking away from something, and it could be, time to do it differently. It could be their past habits. Doesn't necessarily mean that they want to walk away from you. Let's find out. What do they want to happen between you and them? This is sideways on my lap. The Lovers. Ooh. Card number 6. Gemini. I'm getting Gemini. Alignment. I really do feel like they're looking at you as a divine counterpart. That was the energy I got right away. So what do we have? 9 of Pentacles. This is independent energy, though. I'm curious, like, what do they want to see? Why is the 9 of Pentacles coming up? This could also be them leaving behind independence, especially because it's coming up next to the Lovers. But 9 of Pentacles is earth energy, and it's very grounded energy. It's Virgo. It could be very slow, almost to the point of debilitating. So I feel like just with these hands coming up underground, being reborn, being given a second chance, getting the energy. Regardless, though, it is independent energy that this person might be leaving behind, wanting to do things differently. Let's see. So, wow, Spirit, what is the energy? 8 of Wands. What do they want to see happen between pile 3 and themselves? What do they want to see happen between them? 5 of Cups in reverse. Leaving behind past energy. I feel like this person is healed. They want something healthy. They want something strong. They want someone that matches their energy. Why is the 7 of Swords here? I'm sorry, 6 of Swords. What do they want to see happen between? Wow. These cards tend to stick together, so there's too many cards that came out. I think 3. Spirit, why is the 6 of Swords here? What do they want to see happen? 2 of Wands. Wow. 2 of Wands. For some reason, I'm getting the energy because of 2 people. 2 of Wands, it's like they know what path to take. They see what path they want to take, and I believe that is toward you. They want some sort of union. Why is the Lovers here, Spirit? That's the energy I'm picking up on. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. They want a new beginning. They don't want things to end with you. They want to try again. If there was a false start or if there has been a rocky path, they don't want to give up. They want to keep going. they don't want to end this. They want to get into some sort of connection with you. They want to try again, but they want to switch up the energy and do it differently, because if they tried something that didn't work, that's what they're dealing with. And now we got the Six of Pentacles. This could be the energy of, they may not have balanced their energy when it came to you. It could have been very lopsided. They may not have been giving you time. They may not have been putting in the effort. And I think that's what they want to do differently. I think they were in their independent ways. I'm getting the energy of someone that really is grounded in their own habits, their own day to day. You know, when you are single for a long time, which I resonate with, you really get set in your ways. And it could be cause a lot of anxiety of trying to align with someone, which is why someone could be, you know, independent for or single longer than they not necessarily want to be in, but just that's just the way it is, you know? But I'm getting the energy they want to balance it. They want that independence, but they want to eat their cake, which is you, too. Which sounds aligned. You know, you could still be independent and not be codependent on someone. So I feel like that is what this person wants to balance, what they want in this connection with you. That's what they want to do differently. They could have been in a very codependent connection. Could have been with you. It could have been past experiences that they felt they were too codependent in, or that the person was too needy in some way. So I feel like that's what they want to do differently, specifically when it comes to the connection with you. But I do feel like you are bringing a lot of happiness to them already. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Do we need any clarifiers? Yes. I want to get... Let's get the Lovers and the Ten of Swords in reverse. What do they want to do differently, Spirit? Page of Cups. Look at these football players. The dead football players. God rest their souls. Rest in peace. But I remember them being the typical, stereotypical football players. You know, Page of Cups is the energy of someone just wanting to be aggressive, and they're excited about moving forward. They want to rush in, but they also want to temper and take baby. Like, they're not going to come in with, you know, giving you the world yet. I think Page is very on the immature side. Ooh, Three of Wands coming up in reverse. The idea of them walking down the path to what they want. Nine of Swords, a little bit in reverse. Maybe getting out of their own way. They may have a tendency to be in their head a lot, but I think they just want to be led with their excitement, with their crushed feelings. Like I said, they want to do things differently. I think that's the theme right now, is they don't want to be anxious. They do not want to have an inequality in your connection. You know, I'm getting Gemini energy, Libra energy. They want to balance the scales. The Eight of Wands with the Five of Cups. What do they want to happen next? A lot. They want a lot to happen. But what fell on the ground is the Knight of Wands. Black and white. They want to swoop in, but let's get the correct card. That might want to come out again, but Spirit, could we get some clarifiers? What do they want to see happen between you and them? The Devil. Ooh, Inferno room. More energy of Wands. But this could also be like the codependency energy that I was picking up on, that they don't want when it comes to you. That is what they might have already healed, so they don't want to sense that. Six of Cups energy. Yeah, something in their past that they're having a hard time letting go of that energy. They don't want it to be repeated. King of Cups coming up in reverse. This person really does have strong emotions for you, but the energy that I'm getting that they are healing from. And again, I do see them wanting to come towards you in a communicative way, but they don't want to go back to the old dependent, codependent. I feel like someone in their past. We're getting the Six of Cups energy in reverse. The idea of something, an experience that they may have really learned a lot from, the energy of dependency. And I don't think they want to go to that again. It was not good for them. I'm getting them feeling really toxic about it, where it could really sabotage their wanting to be in a commitment with someone. So this person doesn't want to hold on to that type of energy. That is what they are healing from, or what they have healed. That they don't want to have a repeat in this connection. Okay. Now we also have the King of Cups coming up at the bottom of that energy. So I do feel like because they have strong emotions for you, they don't want to get in their head. They don't want to mess it up. All right, why is the Six of Swords here with the Two of Wands, Spirit? What do they want to do differently? What do they want? The Hierophant coming up in reverse. I feel like they're walking away from the energy of instability. I'm getting the energy of, like, if they had fear of commitment, I feel like that's what they're healing. The Magician. Yeah. The energy of them wanting to manifest a stable connection with someone that's not codependent, that could create some commitment, but they want to move towards something better than what they've experienced in the past. I feel like they might have been really in a toxic connection, I'm picking up on. Now, if this is someone that you know, now this might not be for everyone, but this could be the energy that they don't want to be back in when it comes to you, especially if you and this person have history. They want to do it differently. So keep that in mind. If they are acting differently or going about things in a different way than what you're used to, that's why they want to create more balance in this connection. But for most of you, this could be a current connection. And I think this person has healed some of this stuff. So what they want to see in your connection is they want to do it differently. And why is the Nine of Pentacles here, Spirit, with the Six of Pentacles? What do they want to happen between part three? What do they want to see happen? Ace of Cups in reverse. What do they want to see happen? Eight of Swords. Not feeling stuck in a committed connection is the energy I'm getting. They still want to have their independence. They still want to have some level of freedom, which I get. Trust me. I think that's a healthy connection when you're not dependent on that person. You could still live your life. You know, it's like a bonus to have someone to live your life with. You know, you're already cultivating your own happiness. So I feel like with this person, with the Eight of Swords coming up next to the Ace of Cups in reverse. And again, this was the clarification of the Nine of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. They want to balance that emotional energy. They want to balance it, or else they feel like if they're too stuck in their mind about you, or if they feel trapped in any way, that's when they're probably going to want to run. And I don't think they want to run. They don't want things to end between you and them. They are committed to giving this a chance, but again, they want it to be different. They don't want to feel dependent. Okay? They want to temper it. We got Temperance coming up at the bottom of the deck in reverse. The Temperance is, what is the Temperance? Card number 14, Sagittarius. A lot of, we got energy all over the place, but I do feel like we have a lot of earth signs That could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I also was feeling, Libra energy with swords, air. And we do have, with the lovers, Gemini. And again, Gemini is more air. The magician is Virgo, earth. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy, which is also earth. So we do have a lot of earth. They want to ground this into a realistic, non-dependent connection with you. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting with the tarot. So let's get into the oracle. What do they want to see happen between you and them? We're going to start with the true love. I really do think they want to manifest a committed relationship. They want to do it differently because they might have really been in that toxic runner phase. In their past experiences, they might have always felt like wanting to run. But something about you, and again, it could have been with you, especially if you've been in a cycle with the Six of Cups in reverse. This could have been a cycle or past energy with someone that you already know, but that might not be for everyone. But the idea of this person having a hard time releasing that energy, but recognizing it. So let's move on. The Oracle Spirit, true love. What do they want to see happen between themselves and Pile 3? What do they want to see between Pile 3 and themselves? All right, what is the best card for this reading that could come out for Pile 3? Wow. For some reason, I wanted 3. Luminosity. Ooh, what beautiful energy. It feels like passion. It feels like the sun. Could be Leo energy. Luminosity, something being brought into light. Whoa. Commitment. Guys, that's what they want between the two of you. We also got soulmates and we got the garden. They want to cultivate. They want to lay a foundation that's strong. Because if a foundation is built upon something that's rocky, something that is too dependent or codependent or needy or toxic, it could feel really yucky. When someone is in their toxic masculinity or toxic femininity, it could be very needy and jealous and codependent and trapped. I'm feeling trapped thinking about it. So I feel like the energy that they want to cultivate is definitely a healthy, committed connection with you. They are ready for that. They hope that, and I feel like they feel aligned that you are ready for it too. Something about you feels different to them. And I feel like it's being shined a light. Whatever they needed to learn, whatever lesson they needed to learn about codependent behavior, I feel like the light has been shined. You could also be the type of person, Pal 3, that really knows how to set boundaries in a connection when it comes to codependency. So good for you for healing that. I get that. That was something I needed to heal with my last connection. The long relationship that I was in, very long karmic connection. The point is, it was very codependent and I lost myself. I forgot who I was. It felt very toxic. I didn't know it until I was out of it. So this person might have been in that type of connection. And, I wish the best to the person. That I have no ill will toward the person in my past. So, again, I have completely healed that. So that being said, the only reason I bring it up is because this person could also be healing that or wanting to heal some type of really long toxic connection. Passion. Ooh, I am getting some fire energy from this reading as well. You guys could have a lot of passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yeah, I feel like they're feeling really good about you. could be really scary because you could, when you're feeling really good about someone, you could really want their energy and really feel needy. Like you just want to keep hearing from that person. You want to keep talking to that person. You want to lay in bed with that person all day. Regardless of where you are in this connection with this person feels that way. They feel really connected. But again, they're trying to temper that because they don't want to lose themselves. They want it to be in the best possible way. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. This could be a soulmate, guys. We're getting a lot of soulmate energy. Whether you resonate with that label or not, whether you believe in soulmates or not, but I do feel like this person wants or feels like you and them belong together. I don't know. I feel like they feel that you have completely changed everything in their world and they are enjoying the hell out of it. I don't know why that came out, but I felt like I needed to say it. All right, last card. Ooh, attraction. Yeah. Very attracted to you. We're going to get to free yourself in a second. Wow. Attraction, very attracted to you, very passionate energy. Now, free yourself. This could go along with the codependent energy that they don't want to be back in. They don't want to go in the merry-go-round. They don't want to be stuck. They don't want to go in circles. It's time to take back control of your life. So that's, I think, the energy of them wanting to do things differently. And again, this is just repeating what we've already talked about. So we're going to move on. But yeah, I feel like that energy is coming in strong. Spirit is really wanting you to understand where this person is coming from. Because what do they want to happen between you and them? They do not want a committed relationship that's codependent. They want a healthy, committed connection. And I feel like they see that with you. They're excited to do things differently when it comes to you. Okay? I'm excited for you. I hope this resonates. Let me know if it does. And again, if you don't have anyone in mind, this could be someone coming toward you in the future. But I think for most of you might be really connecting with someone that you're feeling good about, and they're feeling good about it too, but they might be really pacing it and tempering it. Pentacles energy could be very slow moving, and that could be why they're going at a snail's pace, but they just want to cultivate a strong foundation. Really, that's what it is. All right, Divine Door, what is our advice for Pile 3? Wow. Or any other messages that Pile 3 needs to hear today? Sorry, what can we... Pile 3 messages needs to come out from Pile 3. I don't think I've ever seen that door. I don't know why, but I felt like that wasn't supposed to come out. Patience. Spirit, I'm going to do one more shuffle, Spirit. What doors need to come out for Pile 3? Okay. Oh, that slipped at the end. Intuition. Ooh, I like that. Simple, complex words of pain or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. You are divinely guided. You might be feeling really strong connection with this person, especially if there is a spiritual connection involved with this person. You might be feeling it intuitively. And Spirit is saying, like, you can't really put it into words, what you might be feeling, okay? And I get that. I get that too. Trust the universe. Whoa. You got to trust the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. I love that. Intuition would trust the universe. You too could have experienced like experiences in your past that had led you astray. But again, I think everything is divinely meant to be. So even in those connections that don't last, I feel like those were meant to be, to learn those specific lessons that needed to be learned. I know that sounds frustrating to hear, but sometimes you got to go through experiences in order to receive the one, that person for you, that special person. So I feel like this could be where you're at. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting, where you are now starting to listen to your intuition. Look at these doors. A lot of green that could represent the heart chakra. I am burning the heart chakra candle today. So let's see. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Do things differently. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. A lot of entering into a new beginning feels like is the energy I'm getting. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. The foundation of when love is the focus, foundation, and goal. So again, with the garden card coming up, the idea of cultivating a very strong layer between the two of you, this person wants. And I think that's also for you to remember to trust in the process. Whether it's going slower than you would like it to, enjoy where you are at and enjoy it. Be present because you like when things change and shift, you might not even see it if you are currently in the here and now. Okay? So that being said, wow, pile 3, I am excited for you. If this is a new beginning with someone, or if you are ready to take it to a committed level in a connection that you are currently in, this is time to do it the right way. You will use your intuition. I feel like this person is also aligned in that. And I feel like you two have a really solid foundation that you are building right now. That's the energy that I'm getting, a balance. And I feel like this person is meeting you halfway. So if this is a person that's not meeting you halfway, this is someone different then. That being said, I wish you the best and I'm excited for you. Let me know in the comments if this resonates or what's going on. Send me a like if this gave you some insights, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye, guys.